Number 11 says, which representation does not describe the relationships between the subsets of real numbers? Okay, real quick, it says subsets of real numbers. So what you should think of is that anchor chart in my room, and I'll kind of draw it over here off to the side. All right, remember real numbers are all of those numbers that in 8th grade we mess with. So we mess with all real numbers. That includes all the things that you talked about in 6th and 7th grade, which are rational numbers, okay? And those include a lot of subsets, all right? And they go down and down and down. Over off to the side, we also introduced irrational numbers, okay, like pi, all right? And we know we have real numbers that contain all of these, rational with all their little subsets, and irrational over here by itself. All right, so that's everything that we know about it. I mean, very summarized. So let's go through and find one that does not have the same relationship as the picture that we know. So this one has real numbers as the outside, cool. Has rational numbers as the inside, cool. And then in rational numbers, it has two separate circles, integers and counting, okay? So these two areas I'm okay with. Integers and counting numbers, counting or natural numbers are included inside of integers, okay? That is not how this works. They're still included in them. So rational includes integers, integers includes whole numbers, and whole numbers include counting or natural, okay? They do share numbers in common. So this one should be inside of integers, not separate, okay? So this one, I'm thinking, that doesn't really match. So maybe that's my answer because I'm looking for one that does not describe. Okay, if I go down, I see real numbers. Cool. And then off of it, it includes both irrational and rational. Checks out. Okay. Irrational doesn't have any subsets inside of it. Yeah, that's what we said. But rational includes integers, and integers includes whole numbers, and whole numbers include counting numbers. Yep, that checks out. Okay. The next one says real numbers includes rational and irrational. Okay, it doesn't really matter what side they're on, and it's not talking about the subsets. Okay, it's just showing that rational numbers are separate from irrational, but they are both included in real numbers. There's nothing wrong with that one. Okay. The next one starts with integers. Okay, and it says integers include whole numbers. That's true. And whole numbers include counting numbers. That's true. It doesn't show the rest of the picture, but nothing is inherently wrong with this relationship. Okay, it's like they just zoomed in on something. So the only real one that shows something that is wrong would be A. All right, integers and counting are natural numbers. This is a subset of integers. It should be inside of there. So yours is going to ask you to write a couple sentences explaining what's wrong with this picture and how you would fix it. Okay, you can go back and rewatch the video if you'd like. You can go look at your notes, but you need to write at least 2 sentences. It does have a minimum character amount that you'll have to type. All right, so explain this representation does not accurately describe the relationship between the subsets of real numbers because what did we say was wrong with it? And then you'll need to say how you'll fix it. So to fix this diagram, you would need to, okay, what would you need to move or combine or separate or whatever, all right? You can go back and rewatch the video if needed, but you do need to write sentences for your new question.